But you don't just travel with your wife. You travel with your uncle?
Yeah, yeah.
in India?
Yeah. The interesting story with my uncle in India, I was at the radio station, and I was arranged to go to India. I was going to research for my second novel, and it's in between songs. If you've ever been a DJ, you know you've got this clock ticking, and you've got to come on the air in 30 seconds. You just can't sit there and just let dead air go while you're talking to somebody on the phone. Yeah, I'll get back in a minute. So he calls, and phone, Charles, it's your Uncle Chuck. Uncle Chuck. Oh, my stepmom's older brother. Yeah, I remember. I remember you from some Christmas and Thanksgiving. Yeah, Uncle Chuck, how you doing? He goes, yeah, I hear you're going to India. Yeah, I'm going to India. I'm going to be going to India very soon. Oh, you live the exciting life. I've never been anywhere. Boy, that's fascinating. Going to India. Wow, that would. Well, Chuck. Hey, you're retired. Get your passport. Come along with me. All right, I will. And then he hangs up. Folks, when somebody asks you, do you want to go to India with me? The answer is no. I mean, it's the right answer. So Chuck and I arrived in India for his first trip overseas. And since the Army, I'm sorry, yes, he was in the Army since back in just after Korea. So we land in, we're in India, and he announces that he's never had Indian food. All right, so I'm going to take him to a nice restaurant in Delhi. Not the best restaurant in Delhi. I can't afford the best restaurant in Delhi. I'm taking him to a nice restaurant in Delhi. So we get in there, and I order the meal, and I'm realizing, okay, this really throws off my budget, but I got to break him in. So I order the blandest dishes. Get me some idli, get me the rice dishes, and it all comes. And remember, he looks at me and goes, oh, this looks really nice. This looks so nice. Gets his fork and tries some of those. Okay. Oh, I'm done. I'm not really hungry. The man, I'm not making this up, survived for 2 weeks before I thought he was going to pass out and bought him a pizza somewhere. He survived on cheese and peanut butter crackers. He bought a case and he put these things down. He wouldn't eat Indian food to this day. We got off the plane after 3 weeks in India together. His daughter met us at the airport, and I'll just never forget, she looked up and she saw me. I mean, I put on like 8 pounds. But traveling with him was very interesting because there was one point when, if you've been to India and you've been attacked by monkeys, you know what I mean? We had been just recently attacked by, we were at the place called the Palace of the Winds. And in the Palace of the Winds, there's all sorts of monkeys all over the place. It's this beautiful place in Jaipur, and we were the only ones there. There was another couple from, older couple from Germany and us. And we're going through there, and these cute little monkeys peeking around the things, and Chuck is a photographer, and he's taking pictures, all this kind of stuff. And I'm walking around, and I've got my book bag type thing, and I all of a sudden notice this one monkey coming through this archway, and he's about this big, but and he's got those fangs that are like 9 inches long and they're razor sharp. And you know how sometimes you can just look at an animal and know it's rabid? You just know. There is a rabid monkey. And he's coming in, and he's coming in, and I'm thinking, okay, this is not going to be good. So I said, Chuck, we got to get out of here. Oh, well, let me just get some more pictures here, Charles. He's standing. They go, Chuck, the monkey. Well, the monkey starts hooping. He's whoop, 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 and all this kind of, it's really loud, and all the monkeys start picking it up. And next thing you know, through every crevice and every window, over the wall, these monkeys start pouring into this museum area. They're just pouring in they're bussing them in from other towns. The monkeys are just coming in, and they're breaking bottles and coming at you, and they're all lined up behind this big monkey. So I've got to get out here. So I'm holding my book bag down now. I'm thinking, it wasn't that big of a monkey, and it was big enough that if it lunged. Anyway, I'm holding my book bag, right? Just so the monkey can't get at me. And, Chuck, let me just get up. Chuck, we need to get out of here. I start pushing through. The monkeys start climbing on things. We come around the corner. The monkeys are now swarming on us. They attack the German couple. The German guy, everybody, there's monkeys everywhere. And I just think we're going to come out down here. We're going to come out of this doorway, and we're going to come into the big area where the Indian workers are, and they're going to see the tourists with the monkeys. And they're going to say, oh, God, look at the monkeys and the tourists. Isn't so funny? And that's all I need is to be made fun of by these, by workers who. We come around the corner, the monkeys are everywhere, they're all over us, we're trying to swing my book bag to get them off. The workers look over, and in one voice they said, "Ah!" and ran. This let me know that we were really in trouble. Well, they came back and using bamboo poles, built a path so we could get out through the door. It took about 10 minutes for us to get to this lounge with this park area, and we're throwing bamboo things. Some monkeys are throwing them back. We finally get through the doors, and it's a big, huge, tall gate. The monkeys can't get around it. We slam the door shut. The workers and I are like, oh, we were high-fiving each other. We made it. We're out of here alive. The manager of the place comes over, very officious-looking Indian gentleman. He comes over and he says, "What are you doing?" I said, "We're trying to save ourselves from getting attacked by monkeys." He said, "You should not antagonize the monkeys." Wait, I said, "Antagonize the monkeys? I was just standing there." He goes, No. I saw you. You were antagonizing the monkeys." I said, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "You were edging them on." I said, "How?" He said, "What color is your book bag?" I said, "Black." He said, "Exactly." I said, "Okay, I'm not following you here." He said, "Who is the monkey god?" "It is Hanuman." "Yes." "Who is the Hanuman's arch rival?" "Shiva the Destroyer." "What is Shiva's color?" "Is black." You deliberately waved a black book bag in front of the monkeys to antagonize them. Of course, Chuck is looking over and going, "You should have known this." He should have known. He's been to India. I'm so embarrassed by it. So my advice is, if you ever have to travel to India and you're deciding to travel with your 68-year-old uncle who you barely know, and you end up in a place with monkeys, put him in charge. That's my advice.
Well, we're actually sort of running out of time here.